Doing a cube draft today. Holiday cube, so it's the most broken of all the possible cubes. It has power in it, no power in this pack. Alright, Force of Will is a solid option. Blue is the best color in the Holiday cube, almost everyone knows this, and the card fits quite excellently in this format. It goes in every blue deck because you want to stop the broken stuff. It's also Animate Dead, good reanimator card. But it's kind of a risky thing to do. Also, if I were to play Reanimator, it's not like Force of Will would be a bad card in that deck. It protects your reanimation spell. But yeah, Cube is a lot about one single spell. So a card like Force of Will is insane in this form. Tolaran Academy is good, but it requires build around. Volcanic Island is a good mana fixer. These planeswalkers are fine, but replaceable. Force of Will is not replaceable though. It's a kind of card that is very unique. Yeah, of course there are cards like Days, but they are very much more conditional. Okay, so Mishra's Workshop is an option. Also a build around card. You need a lot of artifacts. There is a blue-red Wildfire deck who plays all the possible mana rocks you can get. There is Grim Tutor for the Storm deck, and also High Tide and Gush. Gush is only good if you have fast bond. Ludwig Call is a good reanimation card. I think it's kind of a weak pack. Also, I think Emrakul is hard to make work. Grim Tutor is also not a very good storm card. I think Mishra's Workshop is the most fun card here. I mean, High Tide is also good, but you need like Time Spiral and Turnabout. And I think Mishra's Workshop has it's easier to make work than High Tide. Although High Tide is more fun. Maybe I just want to force some sweet storm deck. Alright, I'll take High Tide. Might be a bad pick. But yeah. It may not work out, but I think like a mono blue storm deck with Time Spiral and Turnabout could be a fun option. Here we have Thoughtseize. It's good for all the same reasons that Force of Will is good. Dimir Signet is also a very good storm card. It is the two main colors you play in Storm, blue and black, and it accelerates you. So yeah, I think Thoughtseize is fine. Even if I were to go Storm deck, I would probably have to ditch this High Tide, but Thoughtseize is an action disruption card in this format, and I can play maybe a blue-black X control deck. In that case, obviously I wouldn't play this High Tide. But I wouldn't have played a Mishra's Workshop anyway. So yeah. These are the kinds of cards I like in this format. They protect you from losing the game. And a lot of the decks are shaped around one single strategy. So these cards cut in those strategies. Very good. Now this, I don't think should happen. This card is bonkers. If you have it in your opening hand, you're basically going to be drawing an extra card every turn. It's easy when you're on the draw. You can just start drawing immediately. If you're on the play, you can play turn 1, and then the next turn you draw a card before you play a spell for the turn. Scalding is good too, but this card should not go 4th pick. It's very good. Incredibly hard for a control deck to beat Library of Alexandria. They would need something like Wasteland. Okay, looks like the reanimator pieces are here. They are reanimate. It's also Mox Diamond, which is very good in Storm. Shriek-wise are fine, but a little bit too fair, I think. So, also I don't think Mox Diamond is that important. It is good in Storm, but it's bad in everything else. I'm gonna take Reanimate. Maybe this Reanimate deck is open. And I have a lot of good disruptive cards for that strategy. Okay. Nothing good in Storm or Reanimate. Go for the Throat is a fine card, but it's a little too fair, I think. So I think this Misty Rainforest is good. If I pick up Underground Sea or Watery Grave, it's a mana fixer. Also, if I want to splash something green, I don't know what it could be. It could be like a fast bond. It could be good. And I'm not giving up anything. Rishadan Port is a fine card, but doesn't really look like the kind of thing I want to do. Okay. Duress is a good disruptive card, but we already have Thoughtseize. Dig Through Time is solid but hard. It's very hard to get to cast. I think Grave Titan is a very good card because it's a kind of card that you can reanimate early. If I can reanimate this on turn 2, I'm probably going to win. Back it up with a Force of Will. But it's also a card you can hard cast. 6 mana is not out of the question. It's a lot of mana ramp if the Dimir Signet wills. That would be a good shape. So I'm kind of moving away from Storm. But if I had Storm, I wouldn't be too happy with having both Duress and Thoughtseize. You want to win the game. Okay, so here's Bayou, which is fetchable with Misty. So if I take Bayou, then Misty Rainforest is a dual land. You can get me a basic island, or you can get me the Bayou. So I think I'm taking Bayou because there is nothing else good. Preemptus, the problem with Preemptus is that you can't reanimate it unless you have Shallow Grave, and I only deal 10. So if you have Shallow Grave, a card which reanimates at instant speed, you want Emrakul or Annihilator, because hitting them for 10 is often not enough. Lifebane Zombies are good against the mono white decks, but then again it's not even that good. So Bayou, and now my Misty is a dual. And here we have Animate Dead. Okay. Fatal Push is a sweet, fair card, but now when I have both Reanimate and Animate Dead, I can start to pick up Careful Study and Entomb. Because now it also looks like this strategy is open. Ooh, Verdant Catacombs. Which is again maybe a potential mana fixture. So now if I pick up Underground Sea, gonna have a very good mana. Gush is not, we're not playing Storm anymore. So. Kind of liking this so far. Ooh, Careful Study. Okay, this is looking very good now. We have, the deck is clearly open and we are in the first pack, so this could be very good. Dark Confidant. I don't think I'm gonna main deck that card, but it is a good sideboard card against other control decks because you can afford to take some damage. Also, if my curve is low, yeah, maybe I can play it. So I'm gonna put it here for now. Ooh, Shriekmaw. Put that in the sideboard. It is kind of sweet to evoke Shriekmaw then reanimate it. So looks like mono red is open too, but it often is. It's much better in the legacy cube where you have the cube is more fair, so a mono red strategy can work much better. Okay, so this is, I think I'm gonna take Time Walk. It's not that the card is insane in this cube, in this deck I should say, but it is a pretty good card. Demonic Tutor is actually very close. The reason why Demonic Tutor is so close is that this deck has kind of a linear plan with Reanimate and Animate Dead. So Demonic Tutor is going to get me what I lack. If I have the big fatty in my hand, I can get the Enabler with Demonic Tutor. If I have the Enabler in my hand, I can then otherwise take the creature. But Time Walk is a little too good to pass, I think. And yeah, it makes me sad. This pick is actually closer than it looks. But yeah, Time Walk is insane. And also pretty good in a Reanimate deck, because what you can do is reanimate something good but fragile and then just cost Time Walk. Okay, so we have Ulamog, which is a sweet card, but the problem is when you reanimate it, it does not get to exile 2 permanents. Still a fine card, potentially a reanimation target. I think it's a little too slow. You want to put this into play with Channel. I think Sherlock Isle is a very good card, insanely good in fact. And actually a land that costs a free spell once you have 20 or fewer cards, and in Limited we play 40 cards. So I actually had this in my Lorwyn pre-release a long time ago, and it was insane. Vampiric Tutor is good, but much worse than Demonic Tutor, because you're down a card. So if I can wheel Vampiric, I will be happy, but Sherlock is very good. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage. Kind of good. Also, Packrat is potentially a good card in Reanimate because it's an alternative win con and it puts cards in your graveyard. But Snapcaster Mage already has. Thing is, you're not gonna play against. You're not gonna. What's it called? A goldfish. So people are gonna put up resistance. When you cast Reanimate, sometimes they're gonna counter it, or they're gonna take it with Thoughtseize. This is a league, so they can have Thoughtseize too. So Snapcaster is a good way to get the card another time. So I think Also blue card for Thoughtseize. So it's between Snapcaster and Pack Rat, and whereas Snapcaster never gonna wheel, Pack Rat may wheel. Also Thirst for Knowledge is a good in this kind of strategy, but Snapcaster is Snapcaster. Ooh, Griselbrand. This is perfect. An insanely good reanimation target, especially when you have Force of Will and Time Walk. So Griselbrand is the go-to reanimation target in Legacy, and now we have it in our deck, which is excellent. This is coming together nicely. Ooh, Brainstorm. Yep, it's looking more and more like a Legacy deck. And one reason I'm usually not that excited by Brainstorm, it's a good card, but we have 2 fetch lands. And Brainstorm and fetch lands, yeah. If you play Legacy, you know what I'm talking about. Bazaar of Baghdad is a very interesting card for this archetype. I think it's not that great because it's too all-in. You're down a card and a land whenever you. This doesn't tap for mana, so it's already you're down a card, and you lose a card when you activate it. So if they can interact with your reanimation strategy, it could be very risky. I will take it if it wheels, but I think Brainstorm is better. So Remand is great, but more reanimation targets or animation spells. Wouldn't mind Will Ashok is a good sideboard card in some decks, but now we have 3 cards that put reanimate, so I would like to have some more targets, but Liliana, this is coming together very good. Liliana is excellent because it puts creatures in your grave. Yeah, this is looking very good. Alright, here we're kind of missing. But if I take Breeding Pool, then Verdant Catacomb actually fixes my mana. Because now it can get basic Swarm, or it can get me a Breeding Pool. So if I take Breeding Pool, not only can I very easily splash a green card, I don't know what it could be, but now also Verdant Catacombs is a dual. So that's kind of nice. This is nice. Another sweet thing about library is if you're on the draw, you can play this, draw up to 8 cards with the library. Don't have to pass the turn like you have to do in Legacy. And then you can discard Griselbrand to hand size. So, I would like some more cards that put stuff in my yard, like an Entomb would be perfect. And if Entomb gets opened, I think I'm gonna get it. It looks like this archetype is wide open. From the looks of things, anyway. And I don't know if there is too many more cards that reanimation spells that we could. Here I'm going to take Murderous Cut. It's a fine interactive card. We already have Shriek. I'm actually going to put Shriek in my main deck because it is a very good card to. If you're under pressure, play against a little more aggressive decks, you can invoke it and then reanimate it. But Murderous Cut is a fine card too. And now we have 2 fetch lands. We do have Thoughtseize to target ourselves if we're desperate. To put the creature in the grave. Did not we loot really core from pack number 1? So kind of weird. But that card is usually not good unless you're reanimator. Okay. Dark Petition. I think that card is too slow. Then again, Tesseret does nothing. And Sneak Attack is a possibility, I guess. I may play Dark Petition. We have a lot of lands here. We have 6 lands. We actually only have 14 playables. So I may have to take Dark Petition just in case I'm out of playables. Lumbering Falls will help me splash, but this card is fine against aggressive decks. Basically, it's a 2/2 that puts a 1/1 Death Toucher into play every turn. Which is decent against aggressive decks. Through the Breach is a fine card, but Kalitas can do some work against aggressive decks. I think I'm gonna have it in my sideboard. I think it's a little too underpowered for the Vintage Cube. it can be good. You never know. It's actually not very good card against. The problem with Kalitas is that it doesn't exile from anywhere. So against my deck, for example, Kalitas doesn't do anything because it only triggers when creatures go to the yard from play. So it doesn't do anything against Entomb or Careful Study, cards like that. So that's the problem, one of the problems with the card, I think. Alright, we're back. Looks like the draft is slowing down some. Take the black card. Basically kills a creature every up. It's not out of the question to play that card. Crucible is good with Strip Mine and Wasteland, but we're not that deck. We could sideboard this against decks with Armageddon and Ravagers of War or Wildfire. That kind of thing. I don't think that's a good plan because those decks are usually aggressive, and even if you have Crucible, you may not have enough time to use the lands anyway, so you might just be dead. Like, even if they cast Armageddon, it's still a huge tempo swing. Every land you have is gone. So even if you can rebuild, yeah, not great. If they are like a control deck with Wildfire, it might be more a thing, because then they might not be able to kill you so fast. So maybe they have their own Crucible of Worlds. So yeah, a pick I'm not 100% sure about is the Shellock Isle pick. I just think this card is very good. It's very easy for libraries to have 20 cards, and then this card is just insane. Free spell on a land, and also you don't have to pay more than 1 mana. So let's imagine I hide Griselbrand on the Shellock Isle. I get to cast it for free with 1 blue mana. Alright. Kind of a disappointing pack. I was hoping to get some mocks here. Looks like I have to settle for Compulsive Research. I think it's the best card for this deck. It puts cards in my graveyard, and it digs me deeper. Inquisition is a fine card too. And it's between Inquisition and Compulsive. But Compulsive is also a blue card, so it makes Force of Will a little bit better. Not that that would have mattered if there was something that was very good in the deck. Anyway. Okay, I think Tasigur is going to be good in this deck because I have 2 fetch lands and I put cards in my graveyard. I don't think Tasigur is like an insane card or anything, but it is some value, and this pack is weak. Very weak. Searing Stark. Cool combo with Splinter Twin. And also Yitte is not... I found Yitte to be very good even in the Vintage Cube. I have had decks that have lost to Yitte that I didn't think would lose to Yitte. But this deck has too few creatures. Alright. Interesting. So we have Recurring Nightmare. That looks like it's a very good card for Realmmate, but you need a creature in play. And as you can see, we don't have very many except Snapcaster Mage. So let's look at our curve here, because I think this pick is between Fact or Fiction and Mental Misstep. Mental Misstep is a very good disruptive card, but Fact or Fiction puts stuff in our yard, and it's a better card. Yeah, I just think Fact or Fiction is a better card, more raw power. Works very good with Tasigur too. Puts a lot of cards in the graveyard, usually 3 cards. So yeah, Fact or Fiction it is. This pack is not going insanely good, but since our first 2 packs went very good, I think that makes up for it to some degree. But we have only 17 playables as for now. because we had 6 lands. Guess we have Dark Confidant and Snapcaster Mage. I still don't think Recurring Nightmare is going to be good enough. Dark Ritual. It is interesting because it can turbo out a Griselbrand. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Dark Ritual. I could also splash the Maelstrom Pulse, but that card is not worth splashing. And Ultimate Price is a fine card, but I already have Murderous Cut and Shriek home, so Dark Ritual speeds up the deck a little bit. Interesting. So we have Impulse to dig for our cards, but I think Hume is going to be a very good disruptive card. Just an incredibly powerful card to cast up on turn 2. You can target yourself too if you want to live the life. Live the life, live the dream. Also have Snapcaster, so Snapcaster Hume turn 2 and then Snapcaster Hume turn 4. That can just beat some decks by itself. So yeah. And I like their mana is so good. Yeah. 3 card that fixes our mana. Actually only 2, but I really like to get an Entomb. I have 3 more possibilities to get an Entomb. Also wouldn't hurt to get another big guy to reanimate. Okay, so I think Jace has to be insane in this deck. It's a good Planeswalker. Actually, you can win the game with Jace by itself, and it puts stuff in my grave. Also, Glendalen Archmage is very, very good. So I am giving up some utility. Mystical Tutor is also good, but Jace has to be very good, I think. Close though. Glendalen Archmage is very good. But when in doubt, take the cheaper card, I guess. Also, Jace Flashbacking Time Walk. That's some value right there. I don't like this. Don't like this. I could take Windswept Heat, just because it can get me Bayou or Breeding Pool. But the problem is if I draw Bayou or Breeding Pool, the card doesn't even tap for mana. I think it's too risky. Magus of the Will is not very good either. I guess I take Windswept Heat because I'm not giving up anything. Okay, one more card, one more chance to get Entomb. Come on, man. I deserve it. I deserve it. Guess I'm probably gonna play this Dark Petition. It's kind of nice. It's not too hard to get 2 spells in my graveyard, and I can go Dark Petition for a reanimate spell. Okay, so I have Putrid Imp or Emrakul. So Emrakul is a combo with Necromancy. Or is it? No, it's not. It is a combo with Shelldock Isle. Alright, I guess I have to take Putrid Imp then. Because the problem with Necromancy Emrakul is that it doesn't get haste, so. If I had Shallow Grave, then we're talking. Well, Putrid Imp it is. And now if I get Recurring Nightmare, I can at least play it, because I have enough creatures now, I think, to play Recurring Nightmare. But before I had these cards, did not. Yeah, bargain maybe. Probably not. Okay, so Sidisi or Necrotal. I guess Necrotal has to be good enough, maybe. Can wish I'd taken that Recurring Nightmare. No. Did not work out so well. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a little bit fair, more of a fair enemy deck than I would have wanted, but that's fine. Ooh, Mental Misstep, I like that. Brain Maggot is fine too, but Mental Misstep is very good, I think. Pick up, take out Dark Ritual. It's not the way you want to win with this deck. Or maybe it is. Maybe Dark Ritual is better than Putrid Imp. Now that I think about it. I think Putrid Imp is putrid in this deck. It's just Dark Ritual can turbo out some sweet stuff here. And I have a lot of card draw, so I can get back these spell, the card disadvantage of Dark Ritual. Whereas Putrid Imp, I only have like Griselbrand and Grave Titan, so I want to discard and reanimate very badly, and I have other stuff, so I think this deck is a little bit too fair to play that card. Wrapping up this pack now. That was a disappointing third pack, to be sure. Well, Mystical Tutor Wheel, that's kind of nice. May play that. I think I'm gonna kiss goodbye to Dark Ritual now. I think Mystical Tutor is just better card. And looks like sort by color. Looks like we have a little more black cards than blue. Bayou is a black card. A black land. Breeding Pool is a blue land. Sheldon is a blue. Misty and Verdant are dual lands basically. So for the 11 lands, I think it's fine to play like 5 islands, 6 swamps, have an even split, because I have a lot of early blue cards. And a lot of these black cards are either cards I'm unlikely to cast. I'm unlikely to cast Griselbrand. You usually don't get to 8 mana in the holiday queue. And it's one of the reasons why I cut Dark Ritual, because I don't think even I'm going to get that far. And by the time I have 6 mana, I should have double black. So yeah, I think this is fine. And I will see you for rounds 1, 2, and 3, because this is a Swiss draft.